I didn't see any videos on YouTube on how to create a UPS label, so I decided to create one myself. I'm already logged in. If you this video is assuming that you already have an account. You already know how to set up an account with UPS. But if you don't, you can pretty much just go to UPS.com and then just set up an account. It's real simple. Once you log into the UPS account, you will see a page like this. So you would click on this shipping button right here, and then you would just click on create a shipment, and then you'll get this page right here. This is pretty much pretty standard. You just go through this form right here. You put in your name, and you put in your full name. So I'm just going to put my name here. And of course, these little icon buttons right here on the end are indicating that the field is required. And I'll just put a state in, and this is actually a fictitious address. And a lot of times UPS will know that the address is fictitious, so let's just see how it does in this case. So let's just put in a fictitious address here. See how it does. Now this is where the shipment is going. This first part up here, and then down here is pretty much where it's coming from. If you have once you set up the actual UPS account, you can make this just standard, so this will fill in by itself. But you basically will just fill in your information here. So you put in the company name, and this is, in case the address is actually bad, or they need to return the package somehow, they'll have your address. It cannot be a PO box; it has to be a real address. So I'll just put in my address as 123 Any Street, and this is California. All right, so once you fill that in, the form is actually very tedious, and there's a bunch of redundancies, but it's a huge company and they have to cater for a lot of things, so I can understand it. So here's what you put in next. What are you shipping? So I'll go over all of these steps in a minute. I just want to get through all the steps real quick. So this is what are you shipping, and you just put in how many packages, one package. You don't have to put in the value of the package, but you have to put the package type. So you can just use other packaging. If you're using their actual box, so if you're using a UPS box or tube or whatever, you can choose one of these. Most people just put in other packaging because they're shipping their own package. You put in the weight and the length. Doesn't matter which way you put it in. So it could be weight, it could be length, width, height, or height, length, width. They don't care. You just want to put in all of these. And if you can tell, I'm putting in a bunch of different numbers, which doesn't matter to them. They will charge you extra once they weigh the package, and if it's overweight or the actual bulk of the package is unusual, they will probably charge you extra at that point, but I wouldn't worry about that at this point. And then the next step is, how would you like to ship? And they pretty much want to know, do you want it next day? Do you want ground service? I always choose ground service unless if you have a customer who wants next day, let him pay for that, and then you can just use that. But otherwise, we always just use ground. And then you have options here. You want to send email notifications, and then if you check that, it will give you options later on to put in the email addresses, things like that. You want to send receive confirmation delivery, meaning once the package is received, do you want an email? Do you want to deliver without signature? Any of these options here are just options. So you can check them or not check them. We're going to go ahead and not check them and move on to number 5. And then number 5 is your reference number. So you have, if you're shipping to your customer, do you want to put a reference number on there or anything? You have 2 options here. These are pretty much not mandatory. We tend to put an invoice number in here, so we just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, 1, 2, 4, 3. That works, and that would be the reference number back to the our system, so we can know what package it is if if it comes back to us or whatever, or if the customer gets the package, we can say, oh, what's the reference number in the package? If they're calling us saying, what is this? So that's pretty much for your purposes. And then the next step is the payment. Of course, they like to get paid, so you would select one of the options here. Now, the easiest way is to do a payment card, and then you put your credit card information in here, and then it will tell you if the package is if the credit card is good, you'll get the next page, which we'll take a look at in a minute. So that's pretty much standard. You put in your credit card information. Make sure that when you put your card number in, you copy it. So you just do a Control-C and copy that card number, because if anything on this form is wrong, you're going to be required to put that card number in again. So just a little something we learned from experience. Also, this is very important to them, the actual payment card. There are ways to tell what card it is without having to check this, but they will not let you go anywhere without checking this. And this is something that I find myself missing and having to put the credit card information in again. So that's important. The card number, verification code, the expiration year and month, all that. And then the billing address for your card, if you're using credit card, of course. And then once you do that, you would select next, and it'll go to the next screen. Since we're gonna just use a payment account, a PayPal account, so that we can move on to the next step. I don't want to put a credit card in here right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and use a PayPal account. Now, if you have an account with them, one of the options here would be account number. So you would have the option to put in your account number here, and that would be used as your payment option. All right. So we're using PayPal. So we're going to go ahead. It says here you will be transferred to PayPal to complete the transaction after you enter the shipment information. So let's go ahead and review what we've done. So we put in the address where we're going, right? We also put in the address where it's coming from. We put in the shipment information, number of packages, the weight, etc. So now let's go hit next, and I'm sure we're going to get some errors here. All right, it says the ship to city and state postal combination you entered appears to be incorrect. So it double checks with the UPS. Let's see if we can edit that. So you would, here's what they suggest. All right, and let's go with their suggested address. All right, and let's go with their selected address for the from address. All right, great. So now we go to the next page, and it's telling me that my package is going to cost me $16.38 USD. You can review. This is your review page. So you have the ship to. You also have the ship from right here. a return address. So the return address could also be a third address if the package is not delivered, and it could also be the same address. It usually is the same address. Um, Here's the details. If you want your package to go third day, you can check that. If you want it to go second day, you can check that. There is no overnight for this package. So all the options that you have for any package that you're shipping would come up on this page right here. You also could change your shipping information on all that on this page. This is pretty much what you see before you actually hit pay on the bottom here. So if you hit ship now, it will take me to PayPal. All right, and it says you must accept UPS tariff terms and conditions. So let's go ahead and accept that and see what they do. Now, if we had put in a credit card payment for this, then when we click next, that would actually take me to the label. So because we haven't paid as yet, via PayPal, we might get a PayPal page. So let's go ahead and ship now. All right. So now it's taking me to the PayPal page, and here let's put in. Put in my PayPal page here, if I can remember this. And this might not work, so you guys bear with me here. Oh, we got 2 S on the order, so let's try that again. All right, let's try this. All right, so there we go. All right, so now it's logging me into PayPal. So here we are. It says that we have $16.38, and we can hit continue. We wouldn't have to go through this if it was credit card. We would went straight to the label, but because it's PayPal, there's a couple extra steps that we have to go through here. All right, so here we go. We're successful, and looks like it's creating a label for us to use. This is my receipt here that it dumped in here. So we're going to cancel that out. Back out of that. I think this is yes, this is my receipt here. So let's back out of that. All right, and this is the label. All right, so we have a label here. We pretty much can just put it into our printer. All right, in this case, mine is the brother. And I can just hit print. So you go up here, and you hit print, and you cut this label out here, and you print that label. And that's pretty much how you ship a package using the UPS system. It's very complicated, but that's how it's done.